Special Counsel Jack Smith, who led two federal prosecutions of President-elect Donald Trump, the guy that you're seeing here alongside the president-elect, will reportedly resign before Trump takes office in January. Smith led indictments against Trump in the federal election interference case and the classified documents case. CBS News contributor Jessica Levinson has been following the developments very closely, and she joins me now to talk about them. So, Jessica, so what does this mean for those cases against the president-elect? If there's no special prosecutor, do they go anywhere?
They do not. They're winding down. And that's what Special Counsel Jack Smith, I think, is signaling with this decision, which is he's going to control the timing. He's going to control how these cases wind down. He's not going to wait to be fired. And the big question, Vlad, as you know, is a report. So Special Counsel has to submit a report to the Attorney General, Merrick Garland. The question is, when is that report submitted? And do we see the report? We've already seen a lot from this case. We've seen two different versions of the complaint, one before the Supreme Court's decision in that big immunity case, one after the court's decision. But I think this is all signaling Jack Smith saying, I'm going to control the pacing. I can't control much else, but I'm going to control how these cases wind down.
So legally, Jessica, could he write a book after all this is said and done?
Great question. So as long as there aren't national security issues, then I think that, yes, he could absolutely write a book. Again, some of what's in the book might have to be vetted, just like some of what is in the report might have to be vetted. And when it comes to these books, we know we've seen a lot of them from prior administrations. Again, I think the only question really would be, is he disclosing any information that might put the country at risk or would otherwise be subject to any sort of legal evidentiary privileges?
And let's talk about the role of the Attorney General in all of this, Jessica, just so the audience understands how the special counsel came to be appointed in the first place, and specifically as it relates to the timing, because a lot of people expected that Merrick Garland would have done some of this much earlier in his term, which would have given Jack Smith at least the time to wrap it up before the next election, and that never turned out to be the case.
Well, that's right. I mean, we can talk about why it might be the case that Special Counsel Jack Smith was not appointed earlier, why the work was not completed earlier, but at this point, what you and I know, Vlad, is that Special Counsel Jack Smith did decide to file these two federal criminal cases. They've both been bogged down in the courts. Vlad, you know that the case involving the D.C. election interference allegations, that was bogged down because we had to wait for the Supreme Court to tell us whether or not presidents or former presidents enjoy immunity from criminal prosecution. That other case, the Florida case, similarly bogged down. And in fact, it was dismissed by the trial court judge, Judge Eileen Cannon. So if all of this had happened earlier, could we have potentially seen a trial or at least more public airing of the allegations and the issues? Absolutely. But that's obviously not what happened here.
Yeah, indeed. All right, Jessica Levinson, hopefully the American people will be made aware of some of the findings that the special counsel uncovered, whether it's through that report or through some other mean. Thank you very much, Jessica. I appreciate it.